1500, she came back with rappers think they get it, but they read it too fine. Gucci store, 100,000, that's just the other day. Always cheating on my dog, I got me a kid. Savage loaded, cheeks with you, I'm not to my face. Throwback raps, call them retro, I'm not to my case. First name 21, last name Hefner, I got too many freaks too. Be my jeans, low self-esteem, be on black people need me too. Look like Maya, she's on fire, we got to keep my jeans straight. Who won't smoke, cause I won't smoke, I had to wait for my people. Bang, bang, don't come out that house, cook it, bang, bang outside, don't come out that house, cook it, bang outside. Kids see my car, they get the plan, bingo. I was ran, rappers spilling out the bingo. 30 on my hip, the label wanna sing it. I clean like it, I don't make jingles.
Max. Damn, we're sitting in there.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Adora Pool and Ice Center for tonight's matchup of the Grand Canyon University Lobes taking on your Colorado State Rams. Please welcome to the ice the Grand Canyon University Lobes. Starting for the Lobes, number 10,
Good evening, Ram fans, and welcome to Eldora Pool and Ice Center for this Saturday night matchup between the GCU Lopes and your Colorado State Rams. Rams unfortunately fell short to the Lopes last night, losing 3-1, and it got a little bit feisty there towards the end of the game. So we'll see if that aggressiveness and physicality translates over to tonight's game as we get set to drop the puck past Lopes team that the Rams are having to face, as Collins will step in to take this draw. And that's one back to Rudrow. Rudrow goes across, looking for Hunt Bond, sent down deep to Doan. Doan sends it through the middle to Collins. That's cut off by 20 for GCU. Doan back behind his net, waiting. He finds Hunt Bond on the wall. Hunt Bond tries to go to Collins, but too far for him. Doan has it back in the Ram zone. Doan to Collins, who will chip it down deep for the Rams. 20 back on it for the Lopes. 20 will hold it on the wall there. Forecheck by Collins and Grasso as it comes up the wall. Doan keeps it in at the point, and he'll send it down low, far side. Grasso in on it. Grasso takes a check there as he pushes it down low. 17 of the Lopes finds 19 on the wall. In the middle of the 20. 20 passes it out wide. And back in front, and that is off of Blackburn's mask. Good save there. Doan has it on the wall for the Rams. Doan coming up. He sends it down deep, and that's played by the GCU goaltender, so no icing there. 20 has it back for the Lopes. Looking for 19 on the wall, but that's out of his reach. Von Felt has it, and fighting for there. It'll be chipped out to 13 for the, or 43 for the Lopes, excuse me. 43 driving wide, shot and saved away by Blackburn. Von Felt has it on the wall, looking for Sleds, but that's just behind him. Lopes sent it back down as that's chipped, and Sleds leaves a hit there, stepping around his 43. Goes D to D and set down low by the Lopes. Mitchell and Fritzen in on it. Some contact there. Lopes have it behind the Rams net. 43 takes a hit from Fritzen. Sends up top and back down to 43. Tries to center but can't. Von Felt has it on the wall. Looks and chip, but he'll go up and out of play, and he'll take a late hit. Slightly late hit just after the whistle from 12 for the Lopes. Lopes spending most of the time in the Ram zone there. Good, strong forecheck that they have. Von Felt loses that draw. It's up to 73 for the Lope shot. That's sticked away by Sleds and up and out by Von Felt. Sleds in on the forecheck. 73 goes to 2 for the Lopes. 2 coming down the wall. He drops it for 16. 16 hit off the puck by Sleds and down low. Fritzen fighting for it there. Stevens absorbs the check there, sending it up top for 21. 21 down low to 15, who will rim it around. Find 2 on the boards for the Lopes. Coming up, he goes D to D, kept in there by 73. Shot there, saved by Blackburn and gloved away by Mitchell, who will bring it up to Sleds. Sleds chips it down, but doesn't get the red line, so that will be an icing, and the Rams will not be able to change here. That is unfortunate. The Rams have quite a few I guess not quite a few. It's only Sleds at the end of his shift. They were able to change everybody else. So Sleds, as Stevens steps in here to take this D-zone draw. Stevens will win it back for Cromwell. Cromwell chips it around to Andor on the wall. Andor trying to chip it out, and he'll find Sleds in the middle. Sleds looking for someone, no one there. Cromwell chips it up the wall for 24, as that's chipped by Andor. Andor going in the corner, and he has the puck. He sends it down low for Stevens, who's pressured by 24 and 18 of the Lopes. Andor will reach in and pull that puck out. He spins around, sends it down low, but that's taken by GCU. 63 for the Lopes, or 83, excuse me, will rim it around and fought for there on the wall. Cromwell will have it. He has Feinberg, and he rims it up along the wall to him. Feinberg skating back through his zone, gaining speed. He comes to the middle, and he will send it down low. Takes an odd hop there. Feinberg beats his man on the forecheck, looks to center, but is played off the body there by 20. That's Hernberger fighting for it in the corner. Andor has it. Andor goes up top to Doan, who sends it down low off the skates of Andor. Hernberger in it on the corner. Hernberger sauce pass up to Doan. Doan looking for a shot, gets one. Save there, out in front, and 20 will clear it away for the Lopes. 20 across. Looking for 24 off the ref's skate. and that will be covered by number 1 for the Lopes, who is Hunter Heen, I believe is how you say that last name, either Heen or Hine. Bernberger in to take the draw against the captain of the Lopes. One back to Doan. Doan shoots. Stick away by a GCU forward. Berger in on it. He chips it up to Doan. Doan sends it down low and sticked away by the Lopes goaltender. Number 9 has it for the Lopes. He'll go across looking for his D partner, but that'll slip through him. Doan fighting for it on the middle with 2 Lopes, and that'll be sent back down the Lope zone, and goalie will come out to play it. He rims it around, looking for 19 on the wall. Tries to center it, but that's cut off by Berger. Berger will send it across and go for change. As Rondo sends it down low, Collins couldn't quite get it. Rondo tries for a hit there, and is unsuccessful as the Lopes straight out of the zone. At 17, Hansen with it, and they're called offsides as Henriksen was just a step above. And Henderson will get a penalty here for tripping Hunt Bond after the play. He was skating behind the Rams net and tripped Hunt Bond. So the Rams will get a 2-minute power play here for what was a really silly penalty just after the whistle. Nothing going on, and he tripped Hunt Bond down. The Rams will send out Collins, Stevens, Hunt Bond, Mitchell, and Andor for this power play. Collins in to take the draw against number 12 for the Lopes, and that will be one back by the Lopes. And they try to clear, and that'll jump through Mitchell's stick and come all the way down. Blackburn will play it there. Mitchell coming up through the middle. He looks to drop it back, but is intercepted by number 6 of the Lopes. 6 with a shot. That'll be blocked and held, and 6 will get in the face of Blackburn. A little bit of pushing and shoving there, but nothing too significant. Rams would love to take advantage of this power play and get on the board early and kind of get the momentum swinging their way. Collins in to take the draw against number 12, and that'll be one back to Mitchell. 6 hard on him there. He'll reverse and still has the puck. Mitchell skating it up, looking for options. Protects the puck, but that's sticked off by number 2 as Andor will retreat to his zone. Andor across to Stevens, who will come back and take shelter behind his net, leave it for Mitchell. Mitchell will step out and find Collins, far side, finds Stevens cutting through the middle. Stevens comes outside, tries to send it down low, and that's sticked away by number 2 of the Lopes. Andor forechecked hard there, and number 6 will look to clear it as Mitchell will send it up, looking for Hunt Bond, and unable to get it to him. That puck chips up and out. Hunt Bond on it, unable to get there as 3 will clear it down the length of the ice for the Lopes. Blackburn out to play it. He'll leave it for Doan as Stevens and Andor with him. Forechecking hard is 15. He slips there. Doan sends it up for Sleds. Sleds will rim it around looking for Norris on the far side. Norris fighting for it there, and that attempted to clear. Andor has it up to Doan. Doan shot. Rebound out in front and back up to Doan. Stevens was able to get there. Doan will rim it around looking for Norris. Goes through Norris to Sleds. Sleds sends it up to Andor. Andor across for Doan. He's not able to keep it in. Just barely comes out of play, and the Rams will be called for offsides. GCU with a really aggressive PK forecheck here, kind of preventing the Rams from getting set up too well. Von Felt will step in to take this draw against number 17 for the Lopes. Von Felt wins it back to Grosso. Grosso across to Doan. Doan skating in, and he will dump it far side. Sleds and Von Felt in on the forecheck. That goes through both of them as the Lopes have a 3-on-1 developing here. Number 10 has 9 with him, unable to finish there as Norris picks it up. He finds Sleds. Sleds spins off a man, leaves it for Norris, and that will be cleared the length of the ice by the Lopes. And that will be it for the man advantage for the Rams as Blackburn will play it up to Sleds, and who drops it for Rudrow. Rudrow coming off the wall, is able to avoid his check there as he gets it in. 29 in on it for the Lopes, drops it for 21. 21 up the wall to 16, who takes a hit there from Norris. Grosso in to grab the puck. Grosso rims it up around. Collins is there. Collins sends it back down low. Tip there and blocked aside by the Lopes goaltender. 16 coming through the middle. He chips it out for 21 for the Lopes. Cromwell back on it. And 16 will have it skated behind the Rams net, looking for options. He shoots it out in front, but misses wide. 15 tries to go stuff it short side, met there by Rudrow, and Collins will bring it up through the middle. Collins in alone with 2 Lopes defenders. He'll put the brakes on, and 73 will run into him. Out front for the Rams shot, and that is just over the net and out of play by Berger. Couldn't quite tell if that caught the goalie or if it was just straight up and out. Based on the goalie talking to the ref, I think it might have been just straight up and out, but the Rams might be kind of getting away with one here, and we'll have an offensive zone faceoff. Hernberger in to take the draw against 18 for the Lopes. And that is one back, but the Rams get their first. Hernberger out front just misses high. Berger has it on the short wall, sends it up top for Mackay. For Mitchell, Mitchell sends it down low. Rondo there, sends it down low for Hernberger. Hernberger absorbs the check from 19 for the Lopes, fighting for it there, 19 and 2 for the Lopes, as that's rimmed around. Mitchell stepping down. He'll rim it back over. Hernberger is able to meet the puck there. He'll go up top to Frisson. Frisson looking for a shot, but that's blocked by number 7 of the Lopes. He's able to chip through him. Lopes have 7 to 83, back to 83, but he's unable to handle that pass. Frisson puts a body on him as another body from Rondo, and the Rams are able to get it up and out. 24 back on it for the Lopes, and he will skate it up. Frisson, good stick there to get it down low as Mitchell will have the puck. He flips it up through neutral zone, looking for Feinberg. Feinberg tries to chip it through his man, 43, but is unable to. Andor able to steal it. Andor has it. He's looking for Stevens, but good stick there from the Lopes to break that up. Sent out front, and puck sitting there. Andor with it. He turns and shoots, and that's off a GCU stick and up out of play. Some good hustle there by Feinberg to create an opportunity there for the Rams. And some good defense from the Lopes to prevent a good grade A scoring opportunity. Stevens in to take this draw against number 12 for the Lopes. That is one of the wall. Feinberg fighting for it there. And that will be iced down by number 43 of the Lopes, and we'll do it all over again. Rams will elect to switch the side where the faceoff is on. Rams have out there Andor, Stevens, Feinberg, Doan, and Rudrow. Stevens in to take the draw. He wins it back to Doan. Doan with a shot. Good block there from 6. That looked like it hurt as the puck is down in the corner. Feinberg taken down by his man, and so is Stevens. Puck's in the corner. Stevens there. Andor looking to step around his man. Comes up top. Rudrow slap shot, and that will be stopped and held by the GCU goaltender. Good shot there by Rudrow. Fortunately, we had no Rams in front to cause a screen or get a tip. But some good offensive chances for the Rams in the last couple minutes. Much better than yesterday's first period as Von Felt in to take that draw. It'll come to the wings, and outside is 73, has it there for the Lopes. He chips it up and out to Perini. Perini will go D to Cromwell to Sleds, who will rim it around. Out behind the net. 73 chips it up, and that just goes through Perini's skates. Cromwell back on it. Hill looking for Von Felt, but that passes out of his reach as 2 comes in. Shot, save, rebound, and that will be corralled and covered by Blackburn. Good save there. These GCU numbers are a little bit hard to read, so I apologize if I make some mistakes or just refer to them as a GCU player. As Collins here to step in to take this draw against 17 for the Lopes. That'll be 1. Goes up top to 73. He sends it back down low. And big hit there from Mitchell on 17 of the Lopes. Shot blocked away by Blackburn as Collins has Grosso with him. A 2-on-1 for the Rams. Backdoor, stick aside, good look there, and a good stick by 19 of the Lopes as 17 will have it coming up. Grosso puts a body on him as he's able to find 2 through the middle. Stepped up there by Mitchell, and the puck comes up. GCU will have it back in their zone. 2 goes D to D for 73. Looking for 19th in the middle, who's able to end up with it. 19 was shot, sticked away by Blackburn. Grosso has it on the wall. He'll chip it up and out. And Collins will lay a hit on 20, but he's able to hold on to the puck and find 21. 21 coming up the wall, shot, stopped and held by Blackburn. Rams and Lopes trading blows right now. 2 good opportunities, one for each team on that shift. And although there is physicality, not nearly as nasty at the end of last night's game, as Petrangelo and a player for the Lopes were kicked out. About 30 seconds left. That puck went to number 3 for the Lopes. Shot blocked there by Stevens. Down low, behind the net. 4 and 15 will have it for the Lopes. 15 drops it down low for 20, who's stepped into by Rudrow. Fought for it on the wall there. And puck will come out to number 3. Take a shot that hits the skates of number 16 for the Lopes. Chipped up. Looking for Stevens. Stevens just not able to get there, as 20 will have it for the Lopes. 20 sauces it up to 21. He chips it forward for 16. 16 coming down to the wall. Goes around Doan, and Doan falls over. 16 bringing it around the net. Goes up top. That hops over number 20 stick. And/or in on the forecheck. And 20 is able to elude him. Chips it up for 15, who sends it down low, and that'll be enough for an icing. So the Rams will be able to get an offensive zone power play, or excuse me, face off, and the Lopes unable to change. Rams will elect to take this draw to the right of the GCU goaltender, Hine. Von Felt in on it, on the draw. And we'll redo it and have a new GCU center as 21 false started. 21 in to take the draw against Von Felt. That puck sits there. One back to Cromwell. Cromwell will bring it around. Finds Norris. Norris to Von Felt. Von Felt looking for options. Will be bodied off the puck there by number 3. Sled's able to come in and get that puck, but that's off his stick and to 15 of the Lopes. 15 will chip it down low and go in on the attack on Perini. Perini able to beat him there. Use his long stick to get it out of trouble's way. That shot blocked by Cromwell. Behind the net, Perini lays a hit there on 15. 18 will step out with it for the Lopes. That's off of Norris's stick. And off Von Felt, he'll be able to chip it out. And that gets through the GCU defender. Sleds has Norris with him, tries to find him, but good D there by number 9 for the Lopes as that puck is fought for down low. Herrenberger lays a little hit there, chipped up and out by number 7, but that will hit the ceiling. Go out of play. Off the glass. Some good pressure there for the Rams. Unable to generate a real good looking opportunity, but doing the right things. Herrenberger in to take this draw against 16. Herrenberger back to Mitchell. Mitchell slap shot, and that is gloved by the GCU goaltender. Bomb there from Mitchell. Good save. And this faceoff will come to the other side of the goaltender. Herrenberger in. That's won by the Lopes, as 9 will rim it around. Frisson stepping down on it. He rims it back around. No one there for the Rams. 9 will have it for the Lopes. 9 looking through the middle. He finds 7. 7 trying to chip around Mitchell and does, but Frisson's back to get it. He reverses and will chip as he absorbs a hit. That comes out to 7. 7 with a shot stopped by Blackburn. Another shot for the Lopes. Another save by Blackburn, and that play is blown dead. So 2 good saves by Blackburn there, and 2 pretty good looks for the Lopes. Rams goaltending has been solid this weekend, even though they let up 3 last night. I don't think anybody could say that any of them were Nocera's fault. As Collins in to take this draw. And that'll be won by the Lopes up to 73. 73 goes down to the wall to 7. 12 will have it. 12 absorbs a hit from Frisson. That's 43. Fought for there. Chipped up and out by Hunt Bond. That'll be just enough for an icing. So the Rams unable to change there. Just a little bit too much on that chip by Hunt Bond. Rams have Hunt Bond, Grosso, Collins, Mitchell, and Friston out. Number 12 in to take this draw for the Lopes. He wins it back to 73. Spring goes D to D to 2. That's in his stick. Grosso has Collins with him. Finds Collins. Collins in alone. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Another save. Another rebound sitting there. And the Lopes will get a penalty here. The Rams, with 3 good opportunities, not able to bury, but the Rams will go on a power play here as I believe it's number 6 for the Lopes. It's going to go away for a cross check right there on the side of the net. It's another couple good looks for the Rams. Not quite able to bury, but another chance here to go on the power play. And Collins will be in to take this draw. That is one back shot there, just wide by Stevens, as it'll be sent down low by Collins. Hunt Bond looking to center there, doesn't quite get enough of it, and that'll be sent the length of the ice by the Lopes. Blackburn will leave it behind the net for Mitchell. Mitchell will step out, fires it up to Collins, and fought for there, kind of bouncing puck. Collins will find Stevens in the middle. Stevens, pressured there by number 20 of the Lopes, is able to knock him off the puck, and that'll be sent down the length of the ice by 3 of the Lopes. Blackburn leaving it for Mitchell. Mitchell will step out, step around one man, and go cross ice to Andor. Andor across to Stevens. Stevens tries to chip it through, but is unable to, and that's sent down by 15 for the Lopes, as that is sent up to Mitchell, who will start the breakout again for the Rams. Mitchell pressured hard there by 21. Will send it wide, shoots on net, and that'll be gloved and saved by the Lopes goaltender, Pine. So again, the Rams just not really able to get set up in zone. Lopes doing a good job on their forecheck, forcing them into positions where they can't get set up. So hopefully this next unit will be able to do something as Von Felt steps in against number 12, against number 10. That'll be one back and up and cleared by number 9 for the Lopes. Doan back on it for the Rams. He'll step out and come through the middle. Pressure there from 17 to Von Felt. Von Felt looking for Doan. Doan tries to center it again, but a good stick there. Grosso will have it on the wall. He steps down, sends it for Norris. Number 2 cuts that off for the Lopes, and number 9 will send it up and out and all the way down. So 20 seconds to go. And this man advantage for the Rams as Sleds come back. Drops it for Doan. Doan finds Grosso up the far wall. Grosso has speed, chips it down low, and will go on the forecheck. Tries to send it over to Sleds. It's able to get there. That's out of the air, but Doan will have it at the point. Doan looking for Norris. That goes through his skate. Grosso has it down low. Grosso centers it. Quick there. Von Felt shot, and that will be saved by the Lopes goaltender. Von Felt, no one around him, but just kind of got handcuffed there with that puck being like right in front of the Lopes goalie. Not able to do too much with it, unfortunately, there. But a good look there after that penalty had ended. A little bit of momentum here for the Rams, other than having that penalty just be completely killed off. 22, Herrenberger will step in and take this against 12 for the Lopes. Cromwell able to keep that in. Cromwell sends it down low, looking for Berger. It'll be chipped up and not out by the Rams as Rudrow with a good hold there. Now it'll come out. 12 finds 43 out wide. Cromwell back on him. 43 steps around Cromwell. Good stick there by Blackburn. And that will come out to Berger. Off of Berger, off another skate of the Lopes. Rondo in on it. He's bodied off by number 12. Cromwell sends it up for Rondo, but gets through him, goes to the point. And Rudrow unable to get it out. Now he is. Fought for there, and 20 will end up with it for the Lopes. He goes across to 3. We'll chip it up and Cromwell will cut that off, brings it up to Berger. Berger looking far side, but that's intercepted by 21 as he'll absorb a hit from Rudrow. Cromwell back on it. He rims it, looking for Berger, but 19 intercepts that. 19 looking to chip around Cromwell, but Cromwell good play there to prevent that. Stevens finds Rudrow out in front. He'll step around and absorbs a big check there as Stevens has it coming through the middle. Stevens looking for Berger. He has him, but that puck was bouncing and Berger unable to handle it as it's fought for in the corner. The Lopes will end up with it. That's 24. Looking through the front, chipped up to 15, who takes a hit from Mitchell. Brisson back on it. He finds Feinberg, who tries to reverse it, but that goes off the net. And 19 will have it for the Lopes. Fought off there by Frisson. And Mitchell will look for Andor, but can't find him. Andor, good stick there. Rams, unable to get that puck out. As 19 will have it down low. He has 24 backdoor, but a good stick there from the Rams. Feinberg has it down low. Tries to chip it, and Mitchell will end up with it. Looking for Frisson, unable to get it to him. Comes across to Feinberg. Feinberg goes to Stevens in the middle. Stevens chips it to Andor. Andor will... Stevens out front, shot saved there off of the GCU shoulder, goaltender's shoulder. 7 steps around. Feinberg's hit there and brings it up to 83. 83 will dump it far side for Doan, looking for 7 on the forecheck. 7 hit there by Doan as 18 will get in on it. 7 returns a favor a little bit. Fought for there on the wall. Down low. 7 has it. Looks out front. Shot there. No shot there. Stevens at the end of his shift just looking to get it deep and does. And the Rams will go and get a change. Feinberg in on the forecheck. Able to force a bad pass there. Doan intercepts. Doan chips it up and absolutely levels 18. But GCU has a chance here. Shot and a good glove save. Beautiful save there by Blackburn as that puck went off of Perini's stick. But Blackburn able to flash the glove and keep the score tied up. Seems to be a much more even game here in this first period than it was yesterday. GCU still using their speed to their advantage, but the Rams countering with quite a few good looks here as Rudrow will send it up for Grasso looking for Collins, but that's intercepted. 29 has it for the Lopes. He'll send it up top. Shot there. Saved by Blackburn. Cleared away by Rudrow to Huntbond. Huntbond trying to chip it up for Collins. He'll end up just sending it deep. And 9 will be back on it for the Lopes. He'll go D to D for 29, I believe. 29 stepping up. He absorbs. He's able to step through a check from Rudrow as he dumps it deep. 16 there. Takes a check from... It's like... Sorry. Puck is down low, fought for by 2 Rams. Cromwell takes a stick up high there, but no call. A little awkward play out in front, but that's saved. Cromwell took a huge stick to the face there. I don't know if you guys were able to see that. But it looks like he might even be bleeding. But no call there. Von Felt in to take this draw against number 12 for the Lopes. And that's one back to Mitchell. Mitchell looking to wheel. He reverses, looking for Frisson, but that's over his stick. Up top, shot there. Sticky side and saved by Blackburn. Chipped up for Sleds, but that's in his feet, unable to handle it. He'll be sent down by 20 for the Lopes. And no icing there. Mitchell's back on it. 4 has it, centers it out front, and GCU scores. It's number 12 for the Lopes. That puck was kind of bobbled. Seemed to me like that should have been icing, but no call there. And the Rams are down 1-0 with a minute and a half left to go in the period. It's a real momentum killer. Not what you want to see, but hopefully the Rams can maybe get 1 on the board here with a minute 22 left and go into the period tied up as that puck is sitting there, and 12 will play it through for 6 for the Lopes. 6 up top for 2. 2 with a shot that's blocked away by Doan. 2 has the puck again. He'll send it down low. Rudrow chips it through number 6. for Norris on the half wall. Sent down low by the Lopes and back up top. 24 looking for a shot. That's deflected wide as Sleds going to play that puck. He absorbs a hit and is hooked down. No call again. Blackburn plays that puck. Able to get it over to Sleds. Sleds looking to chip it up. Unable to, but Doan is able to get it out. 24 tries to send it deep. Rutterow finds Norris. Norris puts the brakes on. Good stick there from number 24 for the Lopes, who will take a hit from Norris. That's chipped up. Von Felt trying to get the puck there. 19 will have it for the Lopes. 19 coming in on Mitchell. Offsides there. So with just under 30 seconds left to go in this first period, Rams will have a neutral zone face-off. Hernberger stepping in against 19 for the Lopes. And that'll be one back to 9, who will rim it around. 19 there for the Lopes. Tries to center it, but Cromwell intercepts that. Cromwell has Berger with him. Berger will rim it around. Lopes goalie out to play it and does. Backhands it back. Number 9 will chip it up, and it'll go off of Berger and out with 10 seconds left to play here in the first. Rams will send out Stevens, Feinberg, and Andor. They have Perini and Cromwell on the back end. Looking to run some sort of face-off play here, take advantage. Stevens in to take the draw, tries to push through, is unable to, and that'll be chipped up and out by 29 of the Lopes. Not enough for an icing, and I believe that will do it for the first period. So the Rams give up one there at the very end, but a much better overall period than they had yesterday. Rams and Lopes trading blows. Lopes definitely a little bit faster of a team than the Rams, but the Rams are using their physicality well and taking advantage of opportunities when they come. They just got to figure out a way to bury one of them here. So we will see you back in 15 minutes for the second period.
Listen, you're more than your successes. You're more than your failures.
Everything you got.
You got this.
You're the work.
All right, dig deep.
It's dirty work. It's work that hurts. Work that defines you.
Good, bro.
It's that fire that burns inside you. Be you. It's always been you. You're the work. You want that smoke? Give him that body.
Ram. Welcome back, Ram fans, for some second period action here between the GCU Lopes and CSU Rams. Lopes have a 1-0 lead right now after a late goal in the third. Rams hoping to come out and jump on the Lopes and cut that lead down to a tie game. Collins in to take the draw against 17 for the Lopes. And that'll be 1 back to 20 for the Lopes. Goes across to 3. 3 up to 16, who will chip it down deep. Doan back on it for the Rams. 16 forechecking hard. Doan will look for Collins in the middle, but that's just out of his reach. That puck will be on net, so no icing there as Hine finds 16 on the wall. He takes a hit from Ruddero as 17 will have it for the Lopes. Driving wide. Doan, good stick there. And 17 will stop up on the wall and fight for it with Doan and Ruddero. 17 will end up with it. For a minute up top. HB able to chip that up, and he's interfered with, but no call. He's taken down, but no call from the refs. Doan has it. He shoots it on net. That'll be gloved and covered by the Lopes goaltender, Hine. That was textbook interference. Really not sure how that one was missed, but Rams are just going to have to deal with that, as Von Felt will be in to take this draw. He's out there with Norris and Sleds. Mitchell and Fritzson holding down the blue line for the Rams. And the Lopes took too long, so they'll need a new center. 6 will step in. And Von Felt off his Sleds. Mitchell with a shot that's tipped and sticked away by the Lopes goaltender. Sleds takes a hit from 29, who's able to get it out to 12. Cross to 43. 43 skating wide, and he will chip it down deep. Person back on it. 43 puts on the brakes, but he sends it to no one. Norris with it. Comes through the middle. He sends it out for Von Felt. Von Felt stick on there. And that'll go D to D to 9. 9 falling down. Will send it low, but that's tipped by 12. 6 in on it for the Lopes. Tries to center it, but a good stick there from Mitchell. It'll come up and out. 9 rims it again. And the Rams are fighting for it on the wall. That puck is sent over to Sleds, so it'll send it down deep and change. Norrison on the forecheck. Number 9 has it for the Lopes. That puck will go off a Lope player to Perini. Perini fights off some contact, and that puck is fought for there. 29 steps out. He has someone with him. 29 looking for a shot. He gets one, but that is blocked away off the stick of Cromwell. Stevens in to take this D-zone draw for the Rams. And that'll be 1 back to 2. The shot that's sent to side 21. The look there stops by Blackburn. Comes up top for 73. Spring with a shot. Sticked away by Blackburn again into the corner. Fought for there. Andor and 21. 21 has it behind the net for the Lopes. Looking for someone out front. Doesn't have anybody. He'll rim it back down low to 15. 15 will tip it over to 19. 19 up to 73. Spring bobbles it. Shot there. Stopped by Blackburn. Back into the corner. Stevens tries to chip it up and out, but Spring keeps it in there. Sends it down low for 21. 21 up top to 2. Back over to Spring. Spring shot. Blocked there by Stevens. Good block there. Feinberg out to play Spring, but he will get it down low. Takes a hit from Perini as 19 has it behind the net for the Lopes. 19 tries to send it up top. Stick there by Andor, but able to keep it in his Spring. Sent back down low and finally comes out. Andor will chip it for Stevens. Stevens has Feinberg kind of with him. Stevens steps to the middle. Tries to backhand it out in front, but that is intercepted by 83 for the Lopes, who will find 19 shot. Blocker save there by by Blackburn. 19 takes a hit there from Stevens as the puck comes up. 20 will send it back in. Perini chips it. That's off of a GCU player. Feinberg has it down low, but unable to get there quick enough. Feinberg rims it around looking for Rondo. Takes a bad hop off the dam door and comes out in front and is covered by the GCU goaltender. Lopes kind of all over the Rams there. for a minute or two, but nothing bad comes of it, as the Rams will have an offensive zone faceoff here. Herrenberger against number 18. 18 will win it back for the Lopes, and 20 tries to chip it up and out. Herrenberger fought off the puck there by 6. He was looking for 7, but unable to find him. Rudrow chips it up to number 20 for the Lopes. We'll send it down, and if Doan can win that race, and he does, it'll be an icing against the Lopes. Number 6 disagrees, and it was pretty close, but the way the linesman saw it, Rams won that race, so they'll have an offensive zone face-off. Herrenberger into take it against 18 for the Lopes. 18 will win it back to 24, who rims it around looking for 7. He sends it through the middle to 6, sends it out wide, drops it for 18. 18 with a shot there, blockered away by Blackburn. Sent out front for 6, good stick there by Berger to break that up. And it'll be down low, 6 has it, sends it up top to 20, across to 20, and that's tipped away out in front by a GCU stick. 24 lights off check. 16 shoots it down low, but a good stick there. 7 will have it in the corner, sticked off there by Rudrow, but 22 able to keep it in as Herrenberger has sort of a breakaway, comes in backhand, and he sends that high. Berger chips it down low, looks for Herrenberger out in front, a good stick there behind the net. Herrenberger lays a hit on 17 as that puck goes across for Mitchell, who will send it down low, looking for some support. Fritzson steps down and is able to get that puck in, but that'll be flipped right out of play by 7. So no change there for the Lopes as that puck went straight out of play. So hopefully the Rams can take advantage of some tired Lopes out here. Collins out there with Huntbon and Grosso. Friston and Mitchell on the point. That's one back to Huntbon. Huntbon with a shot that hits the skate of a GCU player as they have numbers. 7 steps through the middle, tries to chip it ahead for 16, but cut off there by Mitchell. Mitchell will chip it up, and that'll be Collins looking for Grosso, but just out of his reach. Huntbon kicks it forward, not able to control it as it comes down in for number 10. Chips it out. Friston able to chip it, not quite deep, as 10 has it. And the Rams are called for an offsides here, which they don't think should have been called, but it was. And we will have a neutral zone draw here. Number 6, Christian Collins, stepping in against 17 for the Lopes. Having a conversation about that offsides, as that'll be one back to Friston. Friston chips it slightly up for Collins. Comes to the middle. 10 able to send it back for his D-man. Tries to send it out, but Huntbon able to clear that as the Lopes are looking to spring number 10. Trying to do, but Mitchell's back on it. Back to 16 for the Lopes. Down low to 10. Tries to wrap around, but that's blocked away as it's sent up for Collins. Collins has Grosso with him, 2-on-1. Collins puts the brakes on. Drops it for Perini. Perini tries to shoot, doesn't quite make it to the net. Huntbon has it. Huntbon looking for Collins, but that is cut off by the Lopes as 16 will come in on Perini. He drops it for 10 and takes a hit. 10 backdoor, unable to handle it is 29 as that goes wide. And Huntbon has it, unable to handle that puck. Back to Cromwell. Cromwell chips it up looking for Grosso. Tries to chip it through, but unable to. As 43 will have it, he'll send it to 73 for the Lopes. 73 wheeling around the net. Looking up top, that puck held in there by 2, but he fans on a shot. Huntbon trying to get it through, but 2's somehow able to hang on to that puck as the Lopes will run it back in. And the Rams will get one person changing. Spot 4 down low, Cromwell lays a hit on 12, but he steps through it as 43 has it, working on Perini. Sends it up top for Spring. Spring steps around Grosso. Steps to the middle, looking for shot. Shoots, that's just high. 43 has it down low for the Lopes. He'll drop it off. And that backdoor pass is cut off by some skates. 6 has it behind the net. He'll drop it for 12, who's working with Perini. Perini tries and comes out in front. Shot saved there by Blackburn. 2 good saves. That puck will go up and out of play, and the Rams will get a much-needed change. So the Rams able to survive that onslaught without a goal against. Some good looks there for the Lopes. They will look to change the momentum a little bit as it's all Lopes this period. Come up top, 24 looking for the shot, blocked by Von Felt. 21 has it, and that's sent just wide of the net. 19 drops it for 22 down low. 22 fought off by Doan. Fought for there. Von Felt will walk out with it. Von Felt looking for Norris. Norris tries to chip it, is unable to. Bodied off by 19. 19 will put the brakes on. Von Felt puts a hit on him as the puck goes down low for 21. Rudrow puts a body on 21 as 15 has it from low. Still send it up top for 3. 3 takes a hit from Norris. 15 has it. Sends it for 24. Looking for shot. That goes wide. And 19 will have it down low for the Lopes. Puck comes up to the half wall. 3 down on it. He sends it cross ice. Doan there for the Rams. Takes a hit from 21. And 24 will have it. Goes up top for 3. 3 looking for a shot. That goes wide. And Sleds has Norris. If he's able to chip it up to him, gets it to him. Sleds is with Norris. Norris shot, save, rebound, sitting there, out in front. And another save by the GCU goaltender on Rudrow's shot. As number 7 has it, he takes a hit from Norris. Shot there from the point for the Rams. That's wide. As Stevens gets a reverse check, and the puck will be down low. 24 has it for... And a trip, I believe, coming up on the Lopes. I believe, I may have missed it, but I believe they called a trip on the Lopes when Stevens went into the boards there. He might have gotten a stick in the skates and caused him to go into the boards dangerously. Didn't really see it, but the Rams will have a 2-minute man advantage here, hoping to get set up and make something out of it, unlike their first one. That's one back to Mitchell. Mitchell with a shot, looking for a tip, but that hits the glass and goes out of play. Shot just high from Mitchell. Had Collins with nobody else in front, looking for a tip. Collins will step in to take this draw again. Gets number 10 for the Lopes. One back again to Mitchell. Mitchell goes across to Doan. Doan shot there. Save, rebound out in front. And that'll be gobbled up by Pine for the Lopes. So a couple good looks there for the Rams off the draw. This Lopes goaltender playing very well, not really letting too many rebounds pop out in front, too many second chances. But the Rams just got to keep peppering him. Good things will happen. Collins steps in against number 12 for the Lopes. And that is one again back to Mitchell. Mitchell sends it to the wall for Grosso. Grosso down low to Collins. Collins tripped up there again, but no call there. As that comes along the ice, Blackburn will play it up for Grosso. Grosso to Huntbon up. And that will go to 12 for the Lopes. Again, Blackburn out to play it. He will leave it for Cromwell. Cromwell steps out for the Rams. Drops it back for Huntbon. Huntbon sends it up for Collins. Collins looking cross eyes. Back door. Oh, almost off a GCU stick there and in. As Doan keeps that in. 12 has it for the Lopes. Takes a hit from Collins. 9 chips it up. And Cromwell able to keep it in there for a moment. But then 6 for the Lopes able to get it out. Doan back on it. He chips it up the wall for Grosso. Grosso will skate in and chip around. Takes a hit there. 2 will try to leave it for his partner as he pins it up against the wall behind the net and sends it up to 6, who will clear it over Andor's stick. Blackburn will play it up to Cromwell. Cromwell sends it up for Andor. Andor will drop it for Collins. Collins has someone front door, unable to get it to him. Shot there from Cromwell, fanned on. Cromwell will chip it down low for Stevens. Stevens reverses there, takes a hit and falls. Tries to send it for Collins, but unable to, as that will be sent the length of the ice again. Blackburn out to play it, and with 10 seconds left on this man advantage for the Rams, they will have one more breakout, and then it'll be over. As Frisson has it, finds Feinberg. Feinberg looking to chip it deep. That's off the linesman. And Feinberg, turnover there, sent to 21, who takes a hit from Andor. And that'll be chipped up by Cromwell. Andor has it through the middle, steps away from a check as that's poked off his stick. And Stevens will fight through a check, puts the brakes on, and he'll control the puck, keep it away. Great job there from Stevens as he's brought to the ice. And a whistle blown here as a GCU player falls over. You know? Puck will come up top for Mitchell. Mitchell with a shot. That's over the net there. And it'll come up to Rudrow. Rudrow sends it down low for Norris. Norris down low for Sleds, who leaves it for Von Felt, who's fought off the puck by 19, but Sleds is able to get there. Good forecheck for Sleds. Sleds sends it up top for Mitchell. Mitchell with a shot tipped out in front over Norris's stick as Rudrow with a good step there to keep the puck in, but it'll come out eventually back to Sleds. Sleds has it. He will give it to Rudrow. Rudrow looking for Norris in the middle, but that goes through him, and that'll be an icing on the Rams. Again, off that offensive zone face-off, Rams getting a couple of looks, a couple of chances, but just not able to get too much sustained zone pressure. Von Felt steps in to take this draw against 18 for the Lopes. That'll be won by Von Felt back to Rudrow. Rudrow will flip it off the glass, and that'll come up and out of play. So we will have the same face-off all over again. As Von Felt steps in against 18. One back to 20 for the Lopes, blocked out in front by Mitchell. Sleds will pursue it in the corner, set it down low for Mitchell as he absorbs the check. Mitchell looking for Norris on the wall, unable to get it to him. Out in front, 18, good stick there as Norris tries to chip it out, unable to, but Rudrow has the puck, and he's hooked down, and that'll be another penalty on the Lopes as Rudrow's stick is hooked, coming through the middle. Mashalik, number 7, doesn't like it. But I think because it affected possession, that'll get called every day. So the Rams, again, on the power play, had a couple good chances last time in the beginning, but unable to sustain much after that. So hoping to get, again, some more good chances here. Collins out there with Huntbond, Grosso, Mitchell, and Doan. Collins will step in to take the straw. And it's won back by the Lopes. 9 will have it. 9 rims, wheels the net. He chips it up as 17 takes a hit from Doan. And they're going to call Doan here for an elbow. Not sure I personally saw that, but that might be a evening out call. So we will play 4-on-4 here for 1:50. I believe this 4-on-4 kind of favors the Lopes as they have good speed. And there's going to be plenty of room for them to work. But the Rams have plenty of speed of their own. So we'll see here. Collins out with Huntbond, Rudrow, and Cromwell. That's one back to Rudrow, but he's unable to control it. And we had an errant buzzer. So we will redo that, reset the clock. They're just getting the numbers all figured out for the scoreboard. The Rams, much better first period than yesterday, but the second period, the Lopes have really come out swinging and have kind of been all over the Rams, except for a few chances here and there. But again, the Rams are getting chances. They just can't get it past Hine, who's playing a great game so far. They just got to get one of these chances to go. As again, we are still waiting to get the clock figured out. This GCU team dealing with some issues this past week. Apparently it has been pretty big monsoon season down in Arizona and a bunch of flooding, and right before, about I think 30 minutes before puck drop, they had a lot of the electrical in their rink go out. So their current home rink is unavailable, and they've had to kind of switch things up on the fly and have a different home rink. So fighting through some adversity there, as we are still trying to get this clock situation figured out. And it looks like we are finally good to go. Alrighty, here we go. Collins in to take the draw against number 10. That's one back by 10, but that'll come down the length of the ice as 9. Thomas back on it for the Lopes. He will stop behind his net, give it across to 28, I believe. He loses his handle on the puck. Collins has it. He finds Hunt Bond. Hunt Bond down the slot shot, rebound out in front, but that's taken away by 17. And another buzzer hit, but we'll play on, as that's sent up to 10 for the Lopes. 10. 17 has it. All the Rams are on the other side of the ice. 17 steps in, and that is off the shoulder of Blackburn. Not really sure what the Rams are doing there. They had all 4 of their players on one half of the ice. And the Lopes had 2 players backdoor. Good save there by Blackburn. And I think we're still trying to figure the clock out. Maybe not. Okay. That draw one back to Frisson. Frisson looking for Mitchell, but that's out of his reach. 43 will beat him there. Puts the brakes on. Looking for options. 43 is up top. Drops it for 24 on the wall. 24 sends it to 12. 12 working on the perimeter. He sends it up top for 24. And he will send it back down. Tipped out in front there. Good save by Blackburn. 12 will have it on the wall down low. Fighting against him is Stevens. 12 able to step out. 24 looked for a slap shot, but unable to get it. 24 will send it to 12. Looking for 20. Unable to get it. Look to center. Sticked off there by Mitchell. 12 will have it down low for the Lopes, as 43 has it up top. Shot stopped by Blackburn, and that'll come to the wall to 24. 24 looking for 21, but that'll be off of Mitchell's stick and out of play. As we have 16 seconds left here in the 4-on-4, and then there'll be a 10-second power play for the Lopes. As Andor steps in to take this draw against 21. One back by the Lopes. Spring with it. Shot there. Blocker save by Blackburn. Comes up and out for 2. Goes across to 13. 13 sends it up for 6. He's unable to play it as Andor takes a hit there from Spring and gets it down low. Sleds lays a hit on his man there, number 2. As the Lopes penalty expires. Andor, good forecheck there. And he fights off Spring. Rams, good job there to keep it in the Lopes zone. As the Lopes will recover behind their net. 2 sends it up, looking for 6, finds him. 6 chips it for 19 or 15. 15 with a shot. Good save there by Blackburn. As 21 will get it for the Lopes. He steps around Cromwell. And down low, Hernberger into battle there. He sends it up looking for Andor, but 15 able to get it for the Lopes. And 21 will rim it down low. Back for Cromwell. Cromwell, as 9 steps in, Cromwell will chip it up, looking for Berger, but he's unable to control it. That shot wide from the point from the Lopes. Andor sends it out, looking for Hernberger. Berger will beat his man and negate the icing, looking for D man, but he's changing. So the Lopes will get control in their zone. Number 9 sends it to 29 for the Lopes. 29 skating up with speed. He drives wide, drops it for 16. 16 centers it. That's off the skate and covered by Blackburn. GCU really using their speed right now. Kind of flying around the Rams. Rams got to settle down a little bit here, especially in the D zone. Hernberger in to take this against 18 for the Lopes. That's 1 to Doan, but it'll come up top for 9. 9 shoots, and that'll be sticked away by Blackburn. Rondo looks to center, but that's intercepted by 7 for the Lopes. It's in Rondo's feet. Hernberger will have it, looking for Berger. Comes up and out, and sent down low by the Lopes to Rudrow. Rudrow looking up for Rondo, but that takes a weird hop, and Rondo unable to get it as 29 has it for the Lopes. He steps in and is hit off the puck there by Rudrow. Rimmed around for Berger. Berger to Von Felt. And that'll be sent down. Stops out of midair for Doan. Doan finds Rondo. Rondo looks for Von Felt, but that pass is intercepted. 7 has it for the Lopes. Stick across there, out in front. Nothing there. 24 sends it down low. Doan will have it. Doan skating up, looking for Rondo. That'll go through his feet. Rondo will lay a hit on 3 and step through. Von Felt will put some pressure on there. Doan lays a hit, and that will come up to Sleds. Sleds looking for options. Shot backdoor, looking for Norris, unable to get a shot onto the net. And that'll be sent the length of the ice, take a bad bounce there, and be covered by Blackburn. I believe that puck might have hit what's considered out of play, and that's why it took that funky bounce. So if you can see, there's that little blue pad at the end of the GCU bench. I believe it hit off of that blue pad, which is considered out of play. So this face-off will come outside of the zone and actually might be back down in the GCU zone. So yeah, I believe what happened there is GCU cleared it and it hit that blue pad. And that's why it took that funky bounce and ended up on net. And that is considered out of play. So the Rams will have an offensive zone faceoff here to the right of Hine. Norris steps in to take it against 17 for the Lopes. And that'll be 1 back for 24 for the Lopes. He'll escape. Finds 17 through the middle. Sleds steps through and is able to cut that off, but the Lopes end up with the puck as 10 sends it to 24. He tries to send it out wide, glove down there by 16. And Frisson fights him off as Von Felt able to chip it up, but not out as 24 gloves that down. Von Felt tries to get it out, unable to, and that puck will be tipped and go up out of play. Face off to the right of Blackburn. Playing well for the Rams tonight. Collins in to take this draw against number 10, Oakland, for the Rams, or for the Lopes, excuse me. 1 back to number 3, who will send it down low. Collins there. Collins sends it across to Cromwell, who sent it across to Rudrow. That hits off the linesman, And Collins able to get through his man. He has Huntbahn with him, 2-on-1. Backdoor Huntbahn unable to get a good shot there. Back out in front for Grosso. Good defensive play there for 10. Rudrow has it up top. Rudrow with a shot. Saved out in front. Rebound. Still there. Cromwell with another shot. Good block there by 10 for the Lopes. Cromwell has it up top. Gives it to Grosso. Grosso with Grosso with the one-time goal over the right shoulder of the GCU goaltender. And the Ram fans go wild. Beautiful shot there from Grosso. Some great opportunities for the Rams, finally able to capitalize. And this game is tied with 3 minutes left to go in this second period. Rams were just all over the Lopes there for about 30 seconds. And Grosso able to place that shot perfectly right there over the right shoulder of Hines. And this game is tied up. Beautiful goal for the Rams. Stevens in to take the draw. And he'll win that back to Frisson. Frisson fans on it a little bit, but the puck will come out. Sitting there, Stevens has the puck through the middle. He sends it out for Andor. Andor sends it through his man and down in the corner. Chips it for Stevens, who takes a hit in the corner. 12 has it for GCU. He'll absorb a check as Stevens takes a blindside hit there, and that'll be another penalty on the Lopes as Stevens has it on the corner, but again, and the Rams now will have 2 minutes of power play time with 2 minutes 40 seconds left to go in this second period. So a great chance for the Rams. If they can get a go-ahead goal here, that would be huge. As still no Lope player in the box. Still figuring out. Looks like 43 is going to have that penalty for the Lopes. So the Rams go on the power play here. Look to get a huge goal going into intermission. Collins will step in to take this draw. That's one of the wingers, and GCU is able to clear it up and out. Blackburn will leave it there for Mitchell, who will come around the net. Mitchell sidesteps one, sidesteps another, comes up the wing. Mitchell kind of loses a handle there as he tries to send it down deep, but that hits a linesman. As it's sent up through the middle, Grosso has that bounce off of his stick, and Huntbahn will control it. Huntbahn sends it to Collins, that hits his skate, and Rams will reset as Mitchell will bring the puck up the far side. Sends it to Huntbahn. Huntbahn sends it down far side deep. Collins will send it up to Grosso. Grosso leaves it for Collins. Collins will send it up top for Doan. Doan across to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for Collins. Tip there and gloved by the VCU goaltender. Good look there from Mitchell, finding Collins cutting through the middle, but unable to get much on that shot. And the GCU goaltender will just pluck it out of the air. Minute 10 left on this power play here for the Rams. Rams will send out Andor, Feinberg, and Stevens with Cromwell and Rudrow on the point. GCU will have 12, 9, 20, and I believe 29 out there. That's one bag, 6, not 29. As that will be cleared by number 9 for the Lopes. And 12, good forecheck there. As 12 will have it for the Lopes. Cuts it out in front. Stick, good stick there by Blackburn to negate that. And Blackburn will end up covering it. So, not ideally what you want to see on the power play. Here are the Rams, but they will reset and take this face off to the left of Blackburn as the Rams change back to that first unit, sending out Doan, Mitchell, Huntbahn, Collins, and Grosso. Huntbahn in to take the draw. And that is one back by the Lopes. Fan on there. Grosso has Collins kind of with him as that will come down deep for 20. 20 able to work it away from Collins, but Mitchell will handle that on the wall. Mitchell fans on a puck there, and number 6 will have it for the Lopes, and he will skate it out. Fakes a slap shot, steps around Mitchell. 6 with a shot there, saved by Blackburn. And puck is Down low, Doan will leave it for Mitchell. Gives Grosso back to Mitchell, and he will rim it around for Doan. Doan is getting up the far side. Gives it Grosso in the middle. And Doan with a little reverse hit. Six not happy about that, as it'll be sent down by the Lopes. Number 10 will get it in the corner. And will be fought for on the wall by 10, Huntbon and Mitchell. 10 able to kill a good amount of clock as the Lopes end up back full strength. Doan will chip it up, and that'll be tipped by number 2 for the Lopes. So no icing there. As Grosso chips that to the middle, Doan steps up, and Mitchell will find Huntbon. Huntbon looking for Andor in the middle. Too hot for him. Collins tries to send it for Andor. Unable to. Andor fighting down low. 16 will have it for the Lopes. Sends it up to Cromwell. Cromwell shooting down low. Tipped. Oh, good save there. Tipped. And that's a huge high stick there. And that'll be called as well. So the Rams will have a power play here for 3 seconds left. That was not intentional there from the Lopes, but his stick got caught inside of Christian Collins' cage. That could have been bad. It looks like Collins is all right. Dangerous. Could have been a dangerous play. Again, not intentional at all, but when you get that stick up high, it'll be called. So the Rams, again, will go on the power play. Only 3 seconds left in the period. So kind of just a shot off the play here, or a shot off the face-off. The Rams can get it, and then they will start the third period with a 1:57 of man advantage. Stevens steps in to take this draw. Stevens wins it. Rutterow shot, and good block there by number 6 of the Lopes. And a little bit of after the whistle stuff, nothing there, as Stevens takes a little hit, and the Rams will go into the dressing room tied up after a beautiful goal from Robert Grosso, assisted by Cameron Cromwell. So kind of the ideal situation if you're the Rams to go in tied, and starting this third period with 1:57 of power play time. Hey Ram fans, it is currently CSU Hockey's Month of Giving. Colorado State Hockey is an entirely student-run program that represents CSU with the dedication and operational intensity of a Division I team. Your support makes this possible. Your gifts help cover travel, ice time, and equipment while reducing the financial burden on our student athletes. You can give by scanning the QR code on screen or by visiting give.colostate.edu, clicking on 2025 Ram Funder Fall Cohort and searching up CSU Men's Hockey. And that is give.colostate.edu, clicking on 2025 Ram Funder Fall Cohort and searching CSU Men's Hockey. CSU Hockey thanks you for your generous donations.
To move is to grow. To move is to succeed. Move like you used to. Let OCR get you there. An active lifestyle is worth it. The specialists in the medicine of motion, Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies. Schedule an appointment today. Located at 3 medical campuses: Loveland, Fort Collins, and Greeley.
We're all seeking a spark, that can't deny it feeling that pushes you forward. For us, it starts here, where elevation fuels inspiration and roots run deep. We make a difference with high-impact research and rise up when it matters most. Your education begins on campus, but your experience can take you anywhere. When you find your energy at CSU, you discover anything is possible.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back, Ram fans, to this third period between the Rams and the Lopes. Rams with a minute 57 power play to start this period, hoping to capitalize and go to work quickly. Again, the Rams kind of the best scenario they could hope for going into this third period. Tie game, 1-1, and with a chance to take the lead here early. The Lokes have been good all night, using their speed, using their physicality, kind of pinning the Rams in their zone. But the Rams are able to get opportunities in transition coming down the other way, and we're able to capitalize on some good ozone pressure there. Again, Grosso with that one-time goal from Cromwell. So here we go as we get started. Here we go. Collins in to take this draw against number 12 for the Lopes. Steps in and tries to push through, but that is sent down the length of the ice as Mitchell will be back on it and wheel the net. Mitchell looks for Grosso. Grosso drops it for Mitchell. That goes through his skates, and Grosso will come back and go behind the Rams net. He'll give it to Doan. Doan up for Collins. Collins gives it to the middle through Grosso, who's hooked down. No call there. So that'll be sent back down the length of the ice. Again, blatant hook there. I don't know how that wasn't called. As Mitchell will send it up for Grosso, who's bodied off it by 73. But Grosso able to hold on to it a little bit and get some Rams in there to help. As Perini fighting for it, and that'll be sent down the length of the ice by 20 for the Lopes as they get a full change. Doan coming up. Short side, he has speed. Steps out wide with a shot that hits a stick of 3 and comes wide. That puck comes out front to 12, who will send it down the length of the ice. Cromwell back on it. He will pick it up and circle back again behind his net as the Rams complete their change. Cromwell will step out, send it up to Stevens, who sends it across ice for Rudrow, but he's unable to catch that pass. 12 has it for the Lopes, short side, sends it down low for 6, but he's fought off by Andor. Andor able to get it to Cromwell, as Cromwell will step out and find Andor, but that's off his stick. Feinberg finds Andor again, but he can't quite control it. That shot off of 3 for the Lopes, and 17 will have it and clear it the length of the ice again. Rudrow back to pick it up for the Rams, and he will step short side and bring the puck up. Passes it to Stevens, who chips it down low, but 20 for the Lopes will beat any Ram there as that penalty expires. Cromwell, and the Lopes have a 3-on-1 here. 19 finds 24. 24 with a shot off the bar. So Rams get lucky there. And the net, I believe, came off its moorings. So we will have a stoppage of play. So the Rams getting lucky there as that shot beat Blackburn, but was just too wide to find the back of the net. Again, the DCU forecheck good on the penalty kill, but the Rams also not controlling the puck very well. That's one back to Cromwell. Cromwell will reverse it looking for Stevens, but that's out of his reach. 19 has it on the wall. He's bodied by Rudrow, and Cromwell will body his man as that puck finds Stevens in the middle. Stevens will handle it. Try to chip it up for Andor, but 24 for the Lopes, able to get it off his stick. Finds 17 for the Lopes. 17 will bring it far side, and he stops up. Gives it off for 20. 20 looking back door, but good stick there from Frisson. Andor has it for the Rams. He chips it up to Frisson. Frisson goes far side to Feinberg, but that pops off of his stick. Comes through the middle. 19 will glove it down. 19 fans on his shot. And Mitchell fighting with 19 there for the puck. And he will send it down low for 10. Who's met there by Frisson. That shot blocked by Stevens. He's at the end of his shift, though. He tries to chip it up. Andor has it, and then Frisson will send it down low as the Rams get a much-needed change. 9 for Lopes comes out with speed. That's Thomas. Thomas stepping through 2 Rams. Tries to choke drag around Perini, but is unable to. Good stick there. That puck pops out and comes out of the zone, so the Lopes will have to tag up. Doan has it behind the net for the Rams. He will find Sleds on the wall. Sleds across for Von Felt. Von Felt has the puck taken from him, but good forecheck there, and Sleds will be on the forecheck for number 15. Gets it off his stick up to Perini. Perini with a shot there. Save. It's out in front, and that will be covered by the DC goaltender Hine. Norris and 9 engaged a little bit there in front of the DCU net, but nothing there, just saying hi to each other. Good rebound opportunity there for the Rams, just unable to get anybody in to bury it. Collins out with Grosso and Huntbon. Collins with his draw against number 12 for the Lopes. Collins wins it back to Huntbon, but that's through him as 12 beats Ruddero, but Cromwell back. 6 has it. 6 shoots wide. Good job there by the Ram D not to let anything happen there. Grosso fights through some heavy pressure. Is able to get that puck down deep as Lopes goalie will have it out in front, and good stick there by the D for the Lopes to prevent Collins from getting a good shot off as that puck comes to Cromwell. Cromwell will go out wide to Huntbon. Huntbon steps to one man, steps to the middle, shot there, save, rebound out in front, and that'll be sticked away by the goaltender for the Lopes as 43 will have it for Lopes. He has one with him. 43 steps out wide. He will wheel the back of the net, sends it up top for 2. 2 with a shot there, tipped, and that'll come wide as Cromwell has it in the corner. Cromwell will chip it up off the glass. 2 will glove it down there and send it back for 7. 7, Michalek chips it up for 18. 18 driving wide, tries to step through Mitchell and cannot, but that puck ends up through the front of the net and back down low for 16. Mitchell takes a hit there after trying to retrieve the puck. Fought for down low. Lopes end up with it. They send it low to high to 24. 24 looking for 16, but 16 did not have control of his stick as that puck comes up to 18 and back down low as he takes a hit. And Frisson will chip it up looking for Huntbon. That's too far for him. 24 tries to send it down low. That's off of Hernberger to Frisson. That'll come out, but the Lopes will have it again as 16 brings it, leaves it for 17. 17 puts the brakes on, goes up top for 20. 20 with a shot there. That is stopped, but a whistle beforehand as I believe again the net came off. Yeah, it looks like the net did come off. Good look there from the Lopes. Good save by Blackburn. Hernberger in to take this draw. That is one back to Cromwell, who leaves it to Doan. Doan will rim it around for Berger. Berger will stop on it and chip it through the middle. He finds Rondo. Rondo has Hernberger with him. Rondo with a shot there. That's blocked away by Hine. And 17 will chip it up for the Lopes, but not out. Berger, good glove there. Doan sends it out in front, but no one there for the Rams. Hernberger tries again to send it out back out in front, but 17 will intercept it, send it to 19 for the Lopes, who will drive down the far side. Good stick there from Cromwell to break that up. Doan will pick up the loose puck, sends it up for looking for Stevens, but that's out of his reach, and that will be an icing for the Rams. Rams about halfway through their change there. So they got some tired bodies, but not completely, as Stevens with a false start with a warning. And that puck will be one to the wall. And GCU will not end up with it as Stevens comes away with the puck, but he's hit hard there by 21 for the Lopes and returns the favor a little bit as that puck is fought for down low. Stevens has it, tries to clear it, and he will chip it up, and that'll come out, and the Rams will be able to finish their change. As Lopes try to send it up, fanned on there a little bit, and will be chipped down deep, just wide of the cage. As Mitchell's back on it, he finds Perini and absorbs a hit or sidesteps one. Perini coming up the side there, Perini, shot there, rebound out in front. That hops over Feinberg's stick as 83 has it onside for the Lopes. He will shoot it wide, and that'll be played out by Blackburn as the Rams weren't really aware of it. It's gloved down, and kept in by the Lopes as 6 with a good forecheck there. He gives it to 12. 12 shot that's blocked away as that'll be up and out, and icing again for the Rams. So the Rams, the end of a pretty long shift there. And a little bit of time killing here from Stevens at the Rams bench, able to get his team a little bit of a breather. He'll step in against number 12 for the Lopes. Warning again for false start, and that'll be dropped one back to 20 at the point, who is able to step around Feinberg, and Stevens is without a stick. So 12 will have it up top, shot blocked away there by the Rams. And Perini chips it up, but not out. 24 sends it back down low for 12. 12 will skate behind the net. Met there by Mitchell. Mitchell putting a body on him, but fought off there by 12 for the Lopes. As will be sent down low to 43, who will try to cycle. Good step there by Perini, who will get it up and not out, as there we go. Andor is able to get it out, and the Rams will get all but one changed, which is huge for them, as the Lopes will have it back in the middle, and they will send it down low, and Doan will be back to retrieve for the Rams. Doan looking for Norris to chip it deep, and he will get it deep, but 9 will have it for the Lopes. He puts the brakes on behind the net, falls down, but still has the puck. They'll come up to Doan. Doan with the slap shot, but that's wide. Sleds in on the forecheck. He's able to pick that puck up, steps around a hit, and is able to fight through another one, and ends up with the puck. Good forecheck there by Sleds. He rims it around looking for Norris, but Norris unable to make it there, as Friston keeps that in, but it'll come straight to the GCU players. They have a 3-on-2 developing here, up to 16. 16, good block there by Doan. That shot did not find its way on net, as that'll be rimmed up and out by the Lopes. No icing there. Number 7 back for the Lopes to retrieve. He will chip it up for 16, who will get a tip on it and send it down deep. Rudrow back on it. That puck will be up and out of play. This game, big for the Rams, as GCU is very often a top 15 and even top 10 team in the league. If the Rams are able to split this weekend, that'll be huge for them. Collins in to take this draw. It's number 17. 17 will win it back for the Lopes to number 10. 10 working it down low against Collins, and he will send it up for 19. 19 tries to send it down low. That'll end up on Cromwell's stick. He finds Collins on the wall. Collins chips it deep as 2 is back on it. Grosso, forechecking there, will meet 2 at the wall. 73 sends it to the wall to 10. 10 chips it up, but not quite out, as Rudder was able to keep that in, but it'll come back in and out for the Lopes, as 10 will send it far side. Cromwell in on it. Cromwell versus sides, looking for Grosso. Grosso sends it back down low. 19 there for the Lopes. Cromwell pinning him up against the boards, as Cromwell fights in there with Collins. 17 will have it for the Lopes. He reverses and comes down low. Cromwell mirroring him there, sends it to 2-2 with a shot that's sent high and wide and will be up and out for the Lopes. So the Rams able to get a full change there, and the Lopes changing all but the defenseman there as well. Hard forecheck there from Hernberger. Steps out. 24 has it along the wall for the Lopes. He takes a hit from Rondo, as that's gloved down by Friston. Friston fighting off one man, and he will be pinned up against the boards behind the Ram net. 20 with it for the Lopes. Good stick there by Mitchell, as Berger will have it. Shoots forward for Hernberger. Hernberger in, but doesn't really have anybody with him. He'll put the brakes on. He tries to find Berger, but that's too far out in front of him. And turnover there, but not able to take advantage of it, as Mitchell steps forward and breaks up that play, as Friston is able to shake off a man coming up this side, this close side. gives a little reverse check and sends it down deep. And we'll go for a change. Stretch play here for the Lopes as that gets caught up in the ref's skate. And Doan putting some pressure on 6. 6 with the puck. He sends it up to 24 for at the point, who will send it down low. Looking for 43. 43 played there by Cromwell as it comes up top. Stevens, good block there. And chipped up by Rondo. Stevens has a step on him. And good play there by the Lopes defenseman. Kind of got dragged down. Could have been called, but was not. So a good look there for the Rams. Stopped by some aggressive defense from the Lopes. Rams think there should have been a penalty. Lopes think it was some great defense. But we will stay 5-on-5. Stevens steps in to take this draw against number 12. Pushes through. That'll be chipped up by 24. 24, Doan will glove that down and absorb a hit, send down low. Feinberg will have it there. Feinberg sends it low for Andor. Andor sends it across ice, looking for Stevens. Feinberg with a good forecheck there. Chipped up and out by the Lopes. Doan will be back on it. Rudder will get it. He will go far side looking for Andor. Finds him. Andor to Feinberg. Feinberg able to get a good stick on that to send it down deep. Stevens will forecheck. Reverse there by the Lopes and a good stick there from Andor. And they're going to call that, which it was a pretty soft, in my opinion, ball by number 6. Seemed like a pretty soft push. And especially after that no call on the breakaway, the Rams are going to be upset about that. I can't say I blame them. If you're going to call one, you should call the other. And if you're not going to call one, you shouldn't call the other. But the Rams will be down one man for 2 minutes here, as Lopes will have, I believe, their first actual power play of the game. They had that 10-second power play earlier in the game, but that doesn't really count. So Norris will step in against 21, and that will be one to the wings and sent on the wall for the Lopes, sent up top to 20. 20 to the wall to 19. 19 looking for a shot. Blocked there by Mitchell. Good block. Sitting by him, unable to clear, as 16 sent it up top for 20 of the Lopes. 16 stepping in. Another good block there by Mitchell, and that'll be covered by Blackburn. So 2 good blocks there by Mitchell, and he looks like he's feeling it. But that's what it takes, putting the body on the line for these big games. Rams will still have Norris and Sleds, and we'll send out Doan and Cromwell. 10 in for the Lopes. That'll be 1 to the wall. And Doan, some good work there to get that puck out. Norris forechecking hard on number 9. And number 9 will leave it for 24. 24 will send it to the wall for 20. Or excuse me, 10. 10 will cut across the middle, give it to 6. 6 puts the brakes on, and he will bring it back up top. 6 looking for a shot. He drops it for 17. 17 down low to 10. 10. A good block there from Doan. Rams doing well so far on the penalty kill with a minute 11 left. Rams will send out Hernberger and Berger. Still have Doan and Cromwell. That puck 1 up to Thomas, number 9 for the Lopes. And some good pressure there by Hernberger and Doan, but able to be sent down by 17 for the Lopes. Down to 17. Misplayed there by 10, and Hernberger will backhand that all the way down, as GCU goalie will be out to play it and will have to pass it up, as a good forecheck there from Berger, and misplayed there by 10 of the Lopes. He will send it down deep. Frisson back on it, and he's able to fight off a man, but the second man in is able to get the puck to 6. 6 will find 24 on the wall. 24 will send it up top for 9, Thomas. Thomas finds 17, Hansen on the half wall. Hansen working down low. He'll turn around and come back up top for Thomas. Thomas will step to the middle. Berger stepping with him. 17. And that hits the stick of Berger. Comes back up top for Thomas. Thomas sends it across for 24. 24 back up top for Thomas. Thomas sends it down low. It's deflected and sent down by the Rams. Good save and clear for the Rams and Blackburn as there are 5 seconds left on this penalty, and that will just about do it. So a good kill there by the Rams, not allowing too many good opportunities, and we are back to even strength as 21 just misses a big hit there from Perini, sends it down to 19, who absorbs a check from Mitchell. Mitchell fighting for it on the wall with 21, and that'll come up top for 20 of the Lopes, and that will be walkered away and out of play by Blackburn. So with 6 minutes left here in this third period, we are still tied up. Rams with a big kill, hopefully using that momentum to generate some offense, go down the other way, and get a goal here before time expires. Collins in to take this draw will get a new Lopes center as he went too early. 83 will step in. Collins wins it back for Rudrow. Rudrow, good forecheck there by the Lopes to take Rudrow off the puck. They will send it down low to Rudrow. Rudrow chips it up, and that'll come just out. Lopes will send it back down deep. Rudrow looking for Collins. Collins had his man completely beat, but they blow icing anyways. Collins had his man beat by probably 6 or 7 steps. And for some reason, I guess they're saying because it was on the opposite side of Collins that he wasn't going to get there. So that call will stand as an icing. Collins steps in. That's one back to 20. 20. Good stick there by Grosso to not allow that shot. Doan absorbs a check there, and the puck will come down low for 83. 83 hit by Rudrow, and the puck will come out in front for 83. Good save there as Blackburn's hugging his post. Chipped around looking for Collins, but too far for him. That'll come up around 15. Will have it behind the net. He's unable to grab it as Rudrow able to bring that out of the corner. Chips it up, and that will come out as Huntbond on the forecheck. 20 has it for the Lopes. He tries to find 15. That goes through Rudrow's stick, and 15 will be in on it for the Lopes. Takes a hit there from Doan, and Doan will knock him over as Doan chips it up off the boards. It's able to get out, and Doan gets a change as Blackburn will block that up and out of play. The Lopes, some good zone control there, some good saves, and timely clears by the Rams to prevent any goals. So we have just under 5 minutes left to play here in this third period. Stevens out there with Andor and Feinberg. That's one by the Lopes. 17 will have it. He comes down low, pressured there by Stevens. And Friston comes up top for 7. That hits a bunch of bodies and goes wide. 19 will have it down low for the Lopes. He's trying to bring it up. He'll reverse it back down. Friston's there for the Rams. That'll come up and out. Interfering there. Andor trying to step around his man. Brought down. Again, no call as the Lopes will come the other way. 19 chips it down deep, going to work on Friston. Friston will take the net and reverse for Mitchell. Mitchell tries to chip it up, but that will go into the rafters, and we will have another D-zone face-off. Again, looked like textbook interference to me as Andor was trying to step around that man and was brought down, but no call there from the officials. Stevens stepping in to take this draw against number 12 for the Lopes. And that's one by Lopes. It'll come up top for 9, who will rim it down low for 12. Stevens on 12. 12 will step around him and big move as it's fought for along the wall, and that'll come up and out. No icing there as it was tipped. Feinberg forechecking hard on 24. 24 will wheel the net and come through the middle. Good forecheck by Feinberg to get him to lose control of the puck, but that'll come to the side of the net and save there by Blackburn as it took that funky hop off the end board there and came right to the side of the cage. And we will have another D-zone faceoff for the Rams with 3 minutes 49 seconds left. Von Felt in to take this draw. That'll be one of the wings and come up top for the Lopes. Blocked away. Sleds will chip it up and out and all the way down, and that will be enough for an icing. Rams need to get some offensive zone time here. They've been playing in their zone a little too much this last little bit. Von Felt and to take this against 21. One back to Cromwell, who will find Doan. Doan finds Sleds on the wall, who tries to chip it out, but is unable to. And it'll be pinned up against the wall there. Sleds in with Von Felt and 3 Lopes. Doan right there on the outside. Sleds and Von Felt fighting still. Puck comes out. 21 has it for the Lopes. Shot saved there by Blackburn. Comes up top for 2 for the Lopes. 2 stepping in. Steps around and blocked there by Doan. 15 trying to step around. It'll come to the far side to 21 for the Lopes. 21 will send it down low for 83. 83 pressured there by Doan and hit off the puck. Chipped up and out by Von Felt. And that will not be enough for icing as the GCU goaltender steps out and fires a pass down the length of the ice to 15. Will put on the brakes as he's defended there by Rudrow. And it'll be pinned up against the boards and come out to 17 for the Lopes. 17 will go across to 20. 20 will look for a shot. He fans on it. 20 sends it down low for 19 as he takes a hit from Mitchell. And 19 takes a hit as Grasso has it. Unfortunately, no one with him. 1-on-2 for Robert Grasso. He will just send it down deep and go on the forecheck. 73 chips it up for the Lopes, and that'll come out and down to Rudrow. Rudrow has time, and he will find Mitchell. Mitchell will chip it up for 73 of the Lopes, who will send it down and fought for again along the wall right in front of us, and that'll pop out to Grasso in the middle. Grasso is getting through the middle. Grasso gets a shot, but that's wide of the cage. 17 there with it for the Lopes. 17 will eat it on the wall as we have 2 minutes left here. As Huntbond ends up with the puck. Huntbond was shot there, saved by the GCU goaltender. Short side. And a little bit of hey, how are yous between Huntbond and number 9 of the Lopes. We have just under 2 minutes left here. We'll have an offensive zone face-off to the right of the Lopes goaltender. This will be Stevens, Feinberg, and Andor with Doan and Frithson out for the Rams. Stevens in to take this draw against number 12, still trying to get the net figured out and stuck in place. Get some snow and some ice in there to keep that peg from coming out. And they'll get some water from the GCU bench, and this will allow the Rams and the Lopes both to get a little bit of a breather. They'll throw some water there on the short side post and get it to freeze down in place. So a little bit more fresh legs for both teams here as Stevens steps in to take this draw. Stevens wins it back to Doan. Doan with a shot there and just blocked it away by Hine. Down low. Andor sends it for Stevens, but it's out of his reach. 20 sends it up the wall. And Fritzen with a good job to keep it in there. Feinberg will send it down deep for 24 for the Lopes will be there and sent down low by Stevens. 24 across to 20. Will backhand it up to 43. That's through his stick to Frisson. Frisson backhands it to Doan. Doan back to Frisson. Frisson will throw it behind the net looking for Doan, but just a little out in front of him. Doan tries to do a reverse hit, but leaves the puck behind. Out in front for the Lopes. They score. Number 6 got lost as that puck was back behind the net. Centered, and they score with 1:17 left. And that is a heartbreaker and a goal for the Rams. So an unfortunate one there, as that pass just a little too early for Doan to get there. And Doan tries to absorb a hit and unfortunately leaves the puck, and number 6 get lost. But the Rams still have a minute 17, so they will try to make something work as Rudero steps through one, and he will send it down deep. 2 back on it for the Lopes, and he will absorb there and pin the puck up against the board to kill time, as that puck will come up and flipped out by the Lopes as 15 is in, and some good D there from Stevens. And it looks like both Stevens and Blackburn are down and not feeling well. Or excuse me, that's not Stevens, that's Mitchell. Was the Ram defender. Looks like shaken up, but they both look like they're okay. As we have just under a minute left to go here in this game. And the Rams will not be allowed to change here.
6-7.
And Blackburn says he's all right.
6-7. The kid overdid like 6-7. That's what the kid sounded.
Righty, so the Rams here with just under a minute will look to make some magic happen as Von Felt steps in to take this draw. That's won by the Lopes, sent down low by number 2. 17 has it back behind the net, and Mitchell will put a body on him, but it'll be stopped up against the wall and fought for there. Puck will come out. Von Felt will have it, trying to find a way out, but again, it's just fought for, sitting there on the wall. Rudero able to get it out. Sleds chips it forward, looking for Norris. 2 back on it. He will chip it up and out. That'll be intercepted by Rudero. As the Rams will tag up. 2 back on it. He will flip it up and not out, as Rudero is able to keep it in, but only briefly, as 19 is down with it with 15 seconds left. He's on the back door for 9. Sends it high and wide. Sleds has Collins as there's 10 seconds left. Collins cutting through the middle. Collins takes a hit, and the Lopes will send it down the length of the ice towards the empty net, and that will find its way in as time expires. So the Rams drop another unfortunate game to the Lopes with a last-minute backbreaker goal. A much closer game today than it was yesterday. Both teams having a lot of chances, but unfortunately GCU able to capitalize on more of theirs. The Rams will be back in town on October 15th to play the CU Buffs, so the Rocky Mountain Face-Off, on, I believe that is a Wednesday, October 15th, as they go through the handshake line here. From 2 hard-fought, unfortunate losses for the Rams. But, again, they played well. GCU's goalie played on his head, was able to keep it to only 1 goal for the Rams. But the Rams worked their tail off and kept that game close. Just a couple of unfortunate bounces, weren't able to get things to go their way, and 2 close losses. But overall, a good weekend for the Rams, as they will salute the crowd. Again, we will see you back here on October 15th for the Rocky Mountain Face-Off between the CU Buffs and your CSU Rams. Thank you and good night.